I'm back, YouTube, back in the building again. So, wanted to give you guys an update on the Gayle King, Snoop Dogg, and Susan Rice fiasco. This thing is crazy. So, let me get down to it. If you didn't hear it if you've been hiding under a rock, okay, early middle of this week, around about Wednesday, Gayle King had CBS and her do a interview with Miss Lisa Leslie, one of the um, WNBA Hall of Famers, about her personal relationship with Kobe Bryant, about his overall enthusiasm of the game. That was supposed to have been about. Well, CBS did a teaser. You know how these networks do. They do a teaser. The teaser that they had asking Lisa Leslie about how she felt about the allegations that was against Kobe Bryant, even though he was found not guilty. And the case never even went to trial. The charges was basically dismissed because of the credibility of the woman involved. Now, if you do your research, he did pay this woman money to go away quietly after all this mess. But everybody was upset because, first and foremost, the man is dead. He cannot defend himself. All right. So that was number one. Number two, you are asking this at a time where the man hasn't even been buried. The man ain't even had a funeral yet. And for three, it was all distasteful because it was distasteful because of the point of the matter is that we're supposed to be talking about this man's legacy, as in what he has contributed to the sports game, not about something that he never even got convicted for. So, Black Twitter came after hard. And because they came after Gayle King very hard, one of the people who was an advocate about the situation was Snoop Dogg. And I'm going to read y'all verbatim what Snoop Dogg said about Gayle King. Now, this is what's gonna make y'all laugh here. Give me 1 second here. Now, this is what Snoop Dogg said when he heard about this. He said, "We expect more from you, Gayle." In an Instagram video last week, respect the family and back off. Bitch, before we come get you, he added, along with other disparaging remarks, calling her other names that I can't really go into with YouTube because they might ban me for that. We expect more from you, Gayle. Respect the family and back off, bitch, before we come get you. Now, when he said that, well, all of a sudden, Oprah gets there the next day and tells TMZ that Gayle is scared for her life because of the death threat she got because of this whole thing that was released from CBS. And went this far along with Gayle even making a video stream saying, "Oh, I didn't know anything about this. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was the network." Now, let me tell y'all something. Gayle King has been doing journalism for a long time. Came in on the coattails of Oprah. That's a homie. Anybody knows with common sense, if you are a hot reporter, okay, that is getting them ratings and getting them views, they're not going to put any content out without consulting with you first. They just don't do that because you're the moneymaker. They don't want you to go to another network and not bring them the goods, okay? So I'm quite sure that she knew that this was going to be brought up. I mean, she asked a question. How would you not know what's going to get brought up? So, with that being said, Susan Rice, who used to be I want to say the attorney. I don't know what Susan role was. I think she was the Secretary of Defense. Yeah, she was the former national security advisor, Susan Rice. Now this is what's crazy. Susan Rice said the following um to Snoop Dogg when she heard about what was going on with Gayle. Her response was, "This is despicable. Gayle King is one of the most principled, fair, and tough journalists alive. Snoop, back the fuck off. You come for Gayle King, you come up against an army. You will lose, and it won't be pretty." First and foremost, let's talk about Susan Rice. Why didn't you have that same energy when we had all that shit going on with Benghazi, when Hillary Clinton was hiding emails left and right? Why didn't you have that same energy when Trump was confronting you about that situation in front of everybody in Congress? Hmm. Exactly. It's so sad that you got that energy because this man is speaking up for the distasteful things that was brought up about Kobe, but you can't stand up for your own people when it comes to the nitty gritty. So please stop. We're not impressed. So, Snoop went up here and decided to show his response. And this is what Snoop's final response was. What Snoop said was the following. He said, listen, he said, first and foremost, I didn't threaten Gayle King. He said that he was upset with what she done, and he was just telling her that if she didn't stop, okay, that people was basically gonna come after her on Twitter in general and come after her with her pocket with her ratings. All right. He said, come on, what kind of guy do we look at that I look like, you know, going after a 70-year-old woman? Okay. And that's just what he said. He said that, that's all he was telling her, that she was wrong. And not to mention, too, he also was explaining to them that why is her and Oprah always trying to go after prominent black rich men about these kind of allegations, but they don't talk about Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, Dustin Hoffman, all these other guys in Hollywood that are non-melanated men that are doing this. So that's why he was going off. That's why he was saying what he was saying. He wasn't trying to be a prick. He was being real. And we appreciate him for that. Now, Bill Cosby put his 2 cents in. I'm not going into all that, but Bill, this was the wrong time to be jumping in because you've done too much already on when it comes to that field and everything else. But it was pretty wild. Let's see here. What is next that I wanted to talk about on this thing here? Let's see here. Then we got freaking. Let me get my mind together because there's so much commentary going on. Jay-Z and the NFL are going to do 100. We're going to do $100, $100 million. Excuse me. And I'm about to tell you what that is about on the reform. So let's see. I wanted to give y'all everything I know about that's going on about the reform. One second. So Jay-Z just got the NFL to commit to $100 million to the criminal justice reform. Okay, now for the next 10 years, they're gonna spend $10 million a year to try to make prison conditions better. Now, he's still reeling from the perception that him being a billionaire businessman, and everybody think he turned his back from Kaepernick. And like Jay-Z said, people gonna talk. When you $1 billion, people gonna talk. And he is trying to inspire change. And Roger is on board with it. He said that it needs to be done, and that the social actions is what that he needs to be. I think really that Jay-Z is really trying to use his money for good. I think that his biggest issue is right now is that he's going to have a lot of people that's going to come against him because Kaepernick didn't get in the league. But let's put it to you this way. Kaepernick burnt his bridges to getting in the league a long time ago. And then when he did what he did, and did his own workout his own way, he should have known that the league wasn't going to deal with him anyway, because they still feel like that dealing with him is going to be more friction than anything. And besides, I think that he's happy with the fact of the matter he's making money with Nike. So that's just what that is. So anyway, that's basically the news that I got for you guys tonight. I mean, really nothing popping off. Not really going into anything about my views about the Oscars and stuff. I'll probably do that later on in the week. But like I said, please, if y'all like my commentary, hit the like button, share it, comment. I respond to comments and everything. And I look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good night.